Hey everyone, this is my reaction to the 8th episode of the 2nd season of Honzuki no Gekokujou. And last episode, Mine decided that she didn't have enough retainers and wanted to get 2 more. Rosina and Wilma. I mean, Wilma was more her choice. Rosina was just kind of like, hey, Mine, you should learn to play an instrument. Rosina could teach you, that kind of thing. But the thing about Rosina was she kind of came with bit of baggage. I mean, they all kind of do, all of her retainers, but her thing was she was just kind of spoiled by her last master. We just kind of had to let her know that's not quite how things are going to go here. And once we really explained that to her, she seemed to accept it, and we can move forward now. And she is getting better at her instrument thing, which I don't remember the name of. Even if I did, I wouldn't be able to pronounce it. But yeah, she's making progress with that. She does have the benefit of having that Japanese high school music lessons stuff that she learned back then, which was enough to impress some people for sure, because they just look at her as a commoner that just happens to have a blue robe and a lot of crazy ideas. That's kind of Mine's existence, but I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. I'm a little bit tired. The point is, this episode, I think we're going to start focusing on Wilma, because we got Wilma and Rosina at about the same time. Rosina was the focus last episode. We ended off talking about Wilma last episode, so I can only assume we will focus on Wilma in this episode. So let's just do that. Well, I mean, let's see if they do that rather. So 3, 2, 1, play. Reluctance, yeah. Good word for it. Oh yeah, there was that too. An opening. Because yeah, if we're not focusing on Wilma, I don't know what the episode will be focused on. But we'll probably find out soon enough after the opening ends. Just runs all over that book. Makes sense that the people that Mine cares about just kind of pop out of a book, because Mine loves books. What if she did make like a pop-up book? Because she mentioned picture book, and a pop-up book's kind of like a picture book. She can make one of those, and people would probably consider it like magic. Because you just like open it and stuff pops up. Doesn't get much more magical than that. Chapter 22, Wilma and Holy Scriptures for Kids. So yeah, definitely some Wilma focus. I think I know this story. Questionable idea, but at least it's cheap. Smart pig. That straw house never stood a chance. Surprised the pig even let him in. Well, yeah, he wasn't just gonna give up at that point. But he had to give up eventually, because the brakes are too strong. Okay, 7 out of 10. What confused you? Oh. I'm not sure how to answer that. Uh... Maybe we should, yeah, draw a pig and wolf. That might help. Man, even she doesn't know. It's not like they have TV or anything to watch, so yeah, I guess they just wouldn't know certain things like that. It's pretty sad, actually. First, I would ask them what animals they're aware of, like what anything they're aware of is, and make a news story based on that. Like, they probably know at least mouse, mice, rats, right? They make the Three Little Mouse story. I mean, who does, really? It's also not something I really want to talk about. Rosina would sure make me relax as well. Because she just has kind of a relaxed aura, you know? Mine is literally the best. More people discover that every day. Oh, we're doing this. Is this safe? Okay, I guess we're doing this. Ooh. And here it comes. This would actually be pretty fun, you know, if you're a kid without much to do in this world. A lot. Well, definitely. Can you draw a pig? Well, they're bonding. That's nice. Considering how similar they look. A tree. Trees talking to each other. Oh. Oh yeah, that's the title, yeah. That's pretty cool. Pretty good idea. Yeah, we do not have such conveniences here, sadly. Alright, we got some direction for the episode. Yes, inku. Possibly a printer if you have one out back. A lot. It is. That look on her face. Oh god, that look was great. Like her... like, everything just crashed around her, that kind of look. That was... I don't know why I loved that so much. Anyway, gotta focus again. Okay. Yes. We need some. It's important. No kidding. Well, maybe to you. Yeah, isn't that how it always goes? Don't ask him. So I know why I never get my turn to carry mine around. Yeah, sure, whatever you say, mine. Alright. We're getting things figured out. Yeah, that's her. My daughter's doing something weird again, look. I'm sure she has that look a lot. I do love this show. Uh, uh. I'm making books and stuff. What's the confusion? Yeah, it's a little weird, I guess. Anything weird his mind's doing. I mean, they can't really complain about any of this, can they? I mean, I'm sure they could. That's part of mine's charm, okay? Yeah, making things that people actually want to understand is one of the best ways to get them to learn to read. Because I always hated reading in school because it made me read books I didn't want to read. Huh, wow, that's pretty good. Getting this done. It's so gross. Don't get that on your hands. Probably never get it off. Oh yeah, this is looking pretty cool. Ooh. They seem excited. I mean, it's a start. Yeah, I did notice that. But it's a work in progress. We're getting trial and error. We're getting things figured out. Picture. uh, yeah, that's rough. Shifting back over to the Wilma focus. Definitely put a bit damper on the mood. That wasn't pretty short-lived Wilma focus because we just bounced back over to here. The fine emoji. Yes, that would be me. That face, though. Yes. Yeah, they like the simple shapes. They're great. Yeah, that's a bit of a problem. Well, there's only one way to find out. Alright, let's give it a shot. Okay. Gonna talk about Wilma. Okay, now it seems like we're really getting into the Wilma focus. I'm not sure what she could really do to help, though. That's the thing. uh, going to the hidden room again. That's kind of a secret. Yeah, he's a smart guy. He knows that she can't just be a normal commoner. But how do you answer that question honest without saying everything? Yeah, that's pretty much the best conclusion you could come to. I was actually thinking the same thing. I mean, the body was, at least. There's no way his investigation would show anything else. But it doesn't help his understanding, though. All I can really do is ask her. Hope she answers, but I don't know if she will. She might. If there's anyone she would tell the truth to, it would probably be him. As a family secret. Wow, that's a great way to phrase it. uh, yeah. Well, there's a little bit of truth in that. You know, she can't go back anymore. And that previous life was kind of like a dream. All right, show us what you got, Wilma. I can't see it. Turn around, mine. You're not gonna show me either, are you? Oh, really? All right. Some blushing going on there. I know, right? I know what you mean. Generally, yeah. uh, this is nice. But yeah, if mine was by my side, I could feel like I could do literally anything, so I get it. Oh yeah, that's definitely better. Yeah, that's definitely an improvement. Just so beautiful. It is quite nice to see her happy like this. We got it completed. So don't drop it, please. Alright, even Tudy gets to contribute. That's nice. It even has a couple like little leaves on the front. Please don't remind me of that. But I get the point though, it's just to show the journey to get to this point. We finally got a book we can be proud of. Man, that's a long time. But we never gave up. Yeah, we're still plenty to go. Our book journey is far from over. The world's getting a lot of libraries when mine's done with it. To be continued. To be continued. So there definitely was less Wilma focus than I expected, but there is still enough for it to justify having a name in the title. Because I was wondering what exactly Mine could do to really help, but in the end, she didn't really do anything, at least not directly. She was just kind of a, I don't know what you'd call it, a catalyst for her to kind of help herself. That's the way I can phrase it. Give her a little bit of an extra push to take that first step to recovery. Which realistically is the most you could hope for this sort of thing. In this span of time. Like one episode. Harvest festivals and staying home. I see. The torture device. Okay. Yeah, no. The influences are in the take root. So that was the 8th episode of the 2nd season of Honzuki no Gekokujou, and this was a pretty good episode. There was a lot of focus on the book making, because you gotta make those books. You know, the whole picture book thing was a big thing, and I think that's why she wanted Wilma's help to begin with, to do the art, and she did do that this episode. So early on in the episode, mine actually was telling the kids a story, like the classic Three Little Pigs, the Big Bad Wolf, you know, that sort of story, and it's a fine story, you know, nothing special, but they didn't get it. And I was kind of confused about their confusion, but apparently they're just not aware of, like, the characters, like the animals that represent them. Like, hey, what's a pig? What's a wolf? I don't know. Like, because they don't get out much, you know. Their whole world is just kind of the orphanage, you know. They don't get any kind of education. They don't go out for fun. They don't have TV to watch, you know. A lot of things I learned from TV. But they don't have that luxury, so yeah, what could you really expect them to know at the end of the day? So that became a little bit of a problem. At that point, yeah, it was like, what subject do we use for the stories if they have such a small amount of knowledge about the world around them? But mine came up with a great idea, like the whole scripture stuff, because that's something they know about, something that she could make like fun and have it kill two birds with one stone, have them learn some stuff and have fun. It would be great. So at that point, we had our idea and decided to put it all together. Getting the ink was a hard part as well. Like, I did love her conversation with Benno. Just when he asked her about the cost or whatever, she just gives him this look. Just, I don't know how to describe the look exactly, but it was one of my favorite Mayan looks. Just like time just stopped. She was like, I was not expecting this. Just, what do I do now? He really threw a wrench in the woodwork here. Like, just, it was a great look is the only point I'm trying to make. One thing I actually was not expecting with the episode was blue-haired priest actually straight up ask mine about her education, because that's been one of the things that's probably been eating at him for a while. She knows all these things that she shouldn't know, but it's like a bit, there's like holes in her knowledge. Like, she knows some things that you usually wouldn't know unless you would at least know this stuff, but she doesn't know that stuff, and that just confuses him, especially because, as far as he knows, she just has had a regular commoner upbringing because her physical body has. So you're like, I don't know how he kind of tries to figure this all out. It almost kind of reminds me of Hikaru no Go, I think. Like, the same way that the main character that wasn't very good at Go, like, he didn't have much experience, but he had like a ghost that knew a lot in him, which meant that he could play really well sometimes, but sometimes he wouldn't, because sometimes he would do it with his own skill. And there was somebody that was trying to figure out exactly what was going on with him, but he was having a lot of trouble figuring out exactly what the deal was, because there was a supernatural element that he just couldn't predict. So it almost reminded me a lot of that, like a lot. But yeah, he straight up asked her, like, what's the deal here? How do you know this stuff? Like, you don't know this stuff? Were you raised in a foreign country secretly somehow that I didn't figure out from my investigation? Like, what's going on here, mine? And he wanted an answer, and I was kind of 50-50 on whether or not I thought she would give him one, like give him the real one, because up to this point, I don't think she's told anyone what the deal is. Like, she did have a pretty serious talk with Lutz back in the day about, you know, the real mine and all that. I vaguely remember that. That was a pretty intense spot, but I don't think even then she told him the full truth. I don't actually remember what she told him in that scene, to be honest. I might have to go back at some point, but I don't think she told him much of the truth there. I don't think. But anyway, she definitely did not tell the full truth to the blue-haired priest. And she gave kind of an answer, though. I think she said something like, in my dreams, you know, the dreamlike world that I can't return to, or something like that. So pretty much a lie with like little bits of truth in it, because she did learn this stuff in a world that she can't return to. That's probably like a dream to her now. So, but yeah, he probably not the answer he was looking for, but I don't know if he was really expecting an honest answer anyway, but we did kind of let it go at that, so it's fine. And back to the whole book stuff, we managed to make our ink just by getting soot from the fireplace. And one of my favorite parts of the show is just like the silly things Mine does and the reactions people around her have, specifically her family, like the mother especially, because that shot of her just like sticking her head in the fire pit just gathering soot. I just love to just imagine what was going through the mother's head, because she didn't say anything. She just, I mean, why would she? She's probably used to this sort of thing by now, but just gotta wonder just what she was thinking. It had to just been like, my daughter's at it again, you know, just that's probably most of what she was thinking there. Not much point in thinking much beyond that. Just I do love bits like that, for sure. We did have a bit of issue with the art initially because apparently the more detailed style that Wilma was doing didn't quite work with the kind of technique we were using. Like, it kind of was a little bit messed up and blurred, and it just didn't work too well, so we kind of changed the style a little bit, and which gave Wilma a chance to challenge herself, which she seemed to appreciate because it was just a small step, an example of kind of stepping outside of her comfort zone and trying something new, which kind of ended up being a bit of a base for her doing that in a different regard, like leaving, going to the studio, which that ended up being a really, really great thing for her. And the end result itself was also much better. Like, the original one looked kind of, I mean, blurry, a little bit scary. Like, there was a lot of issues with it, but the second one, the second rendition was just much better. And the whole scene when she went to Turi to do the finishing touches, you know, to like bind it all up, and with that was pretty much like her first real completed book, and that's a pretty big deal because 2 years. It's been 2 years since she's went on this journey to make a book in this world that didn't have many books, or at least not for commoners. And she had it completed with the help of her friends and family and her new orphan factory, and it was done. So that was a really nice moment. A little bit of a damper on it just because some of the flashbacks reminded me of parts of the show that really angered me. That dampened it a little bit, but not too much, and it really was a nice moment. Just was great because Mine's been through a lot. She's had to fight and struggle to get what she wanted, and this is a really good milestone for that, for sure. And Wilma herself also made great progress this episode, so there's really no reason not to be happy. Like, there's really nothing really went wrong this episode. Like, there was a little bumps when making the book, like having to figure out the ink and art style and stuff like that, but nothing actually went wrong, you know, like Mine getting detention or whatever. So overall, I'd say the episode was pretty positive, so we might take a step back next episode with things going wrong. We'll see, but for now, I think we can just be pretty happy with where we're at, you know. So yeah, just pretty happy, and we'll see what happens next time. Thank you for watching, and a special thanks to Cnouki and Ryan for supporting the channel. If you enjoyed this video, I hope you consider clicking the like button and leaving a comment, because that's a great and easy way to let me know that people want more. If you want to do something big to help the channel, you can support me on Patreon and get nice benefits like early access to certain videos. See you next time.